become a hero, and that's exactly what he did.
But it didn't happen the way he expected. In fact, he says it took a miracle. First Coast News anchor Daryl Tardy joins us with tonight's Miracle Monday. Daryl?
It certainly did, Donna and Alan. From the time he was a child, Terry Smith says he always knew what he wanted to do. He wanted to serve for his country in the Marines. But Smith's dream was put on hold when he almost died 20 years ago in a near-fatal accident.
Every morning I go to the end of the pier. Cold, wet, rain, snow, whatever. At the end of it, and just thank the universe for my existence.
It's the simple things in life Terry Smith loves the most.
The trees and the breeze and the birds and all the things that whistle in the world.
A world Terry says almost went on without him.
Maybe where I am today isn't such a bad place. It's just a different place than I started.
Terry's journey began 20 years ago at the Quantico Marine Base in Virginia.
I was in college on my way to becoming a commissioned officer of Marines.
But the road for Terry took a turn 1 week into training.
This 3-ton truck was transporting 20 of us, officer candidates, around the base of Quantico, Virginia. The truck went too far off of a curve and overcompensated, and then flipped 3.5 times.
Terry suffered massive head trauma. On the operating table, he died not once, but twice.
I was thrown from the truck and landed on my head, and my collarbone was broken. For the first 3 days, I was unconscious.
He was in coma for a long period of time.
Doctors were eventually able to revive him.
His condition is basically remarkable.
Jamie Ravallo is Terry's doctor.
He's, in a way, a living miracle. He was young then, he had all the energy, and obviously he was able to overcome that injury.
During surgery, doctors had to remove 1/8 of his brain. Terry's memory function was gone. He couldn't remember what happened, where he went to school, and most of all, who his family was. Since then, he spent years trying to regain what was lost.
Recovery, rest, medication, and determination.
And something a little different.
1984, 1,400 hours.
He's keeping journals.
For once since my accident, I will be able to merge with society like a man. Today I talked to Lisa for almost an hour. Everything is written, because if it's not written, it's likely to be forgotten.
His doctor said the writings might help.
When I started writing is when I felt really fully alive again.
Terry's love for writing led him down a new path, from home journals to the big screen. As a writer for several major film and television projects, he's since written 2 novels and has started a 3rd on the head injury which almost killed him, and his new outlook on life.
My mother used to always say, you know, God left you alive for a reason.
The accident 20 years ago ended Terry's plans to become an officer, but it only fueled his desire to survive.
Death can come so fast that you don't even see it coming. I've resolved to accepting life, accepting my every breath as a blessing I shouldn't challenge.
Now, as we said, Terry Smith has already written 2 books. He's currently writing a 3rd about the accident. In his book, he's also hoping to help others who are also recovering from head trauma. And he has to do so much research, Donna and Al, because he really doesn't remember anything. He's researching on the internet and from the files that he's kept over the years.
And he just writes everything down.
Everything down. He's got to remember.
The remaining effect of a lot of this is the inability to remember a lot of those things.
It certainly is. And, of course, when he's done with the 3rd book, he says he actually wants to go back in the Marines.
Oh, my goodness.
So good for him.
Man, this is a guy he's as tough as a Marine, I'll tell you that.
Yes.
All right.
Thanks,
Daryl, thanks a lot. We'd like to see some of the other miracles we've shared.